Hello there, welcome to Armoured Warfare with me, McFadden, and yes, I've almost got the microphone sorted out. Hello, this is the Leopard 2A7-140. It's a Tier 10 main battle tank, and it's a review. I'm actually putting a lot of effort into things. Hooray, look at it. Look at it. Oh, doesn't it dazzle and enchant? Yum. Okay, so I'm going to go into not so much the history of it, but more the ins and outs of the actual tank itself very shortly. But let's have a little look at its stats, because you know you want to, quite frankly. Now, this has got the prototype 140mm gun on it, so the damage is 747. The penetration is 798mm. Sustained damage is DPM is 5,703, and the reload time is 7,000. Sorry, what the hell am I talking about? 7.86 seconds. I was thinking about retrofits there for some reason because I haven't got any. Hit points 3,180. Now, we're going to come to the armour in a second, and I'll tell you why in a moment. The mobility, maximum speed 72 kilometers an hour, 0 to 32 in 5.36 seconds. The cannon depression is, well, -9 and -1, which confuses me slightly. Is -9 elevation or depression, and -1 is the depression? Which way round do they have these? I'm guessing that -9 is elevation. Who can tell? Looking at the history, yeah, I'd go into the history a little bit later. But anyway, what I want to do is to bring this up. The Leopard 2A5. Now, this is the Tier 8 Leopard main battle tank. Have a little look at the defence section there. In fact, more than just the defence section. Okay, so the 2A5, its gun's nowhere near as good. But look, whilst the 2A7 has more hit points, the armour is the same. 475, 125, 68 on both. Composite armour. The modifiers 1.30, 0.30, 2.0 on both. The turret, front, etc., rear, sides, 730, 350, 85. The turret on the 2A7 has better armour on the sides and the rear. Fair dues to that. Yeah, it's quicker. The Tier 10 is quicker to 32 kilometers an hour. The camouflage, not quite as good because it's bigger. I mean, they even look alike. Look at them. Dear God. But the point I'm trying to make is if you're going to go and take out a Tier 8, I mean, it's got the same armour. Which means, does the Tier 8 Leopard have not that good, no, incredibly good armour for Tier 8? Or does the Tier 10 Leopard have bad armour for Tier 10? I don't know. I can't stand the confusion in my brain. Ah, dear. Thing is, I haven't actually played the Leopard 2A5 yet. Don't ask. Basically, Obsidian have kindly given us some Tier 10 tanks to play around with and to, well, how do I put it, review for you. Why doesn't this have... Oh, it does have camouflage on. It's just show-owned. There we go. It's got camo on it. This is just dull, basically. Let's go to that. Can I? No, I can't. Curse it. Right. So, let's look at commanders, shall we, for the 2A7. At the moment, I'm basically using one Carlos. Just to get it up, just to get that gun working better. There's a good reason for this. This thing turns on a sixpence. It's remarkable. I'll show you a bit later. But it just, oh my word, it turns on a sixpence. It's brilliant. And there's a very, very good reason you need it to turn on the sixpence. The front armour is great. It really, practically bugger all can penetrate it. However, start looking at the side armour and the rear armour and things start to get a bit tricky. So you need to keep that front towards the enemy. You have to, because that is where, you know, that's your strength. And this thing, my God, turns on a sixpence. You don't have a problem doing that unless you're tracked, which is a bit of a bugger, quite frankly, and Terminators have a tendency to do that. As for retrofits, I would probably go for something that would strengthen your tracks. Okay, so it's harder to be tracked. Take a damage. Hang on a second. Mirror. And like a cat's just turned up, isn't that? When I say a cat, the cat. I'm down to one, dear God. Okay, so basically, up the damage, basically, on the firepower section. Okay, this is a bit difficult because I've got a cat right in front of it. So go for experimental propellant. This is just what I would use. Your choice may change, but the cat on the floor, which is her really upset. Okay, retrofits for mobility. Go for crew. Because if you do get tracked, you need to repair those tracks as quickly as you possibly can. Mobility. I don't know, off-road terrain maybe? Or turret traverse. Choice is yours. Don't too worry much about speed. Hull traverse speed, well, it's good enough as it is. Max speed. I don't know. I just get the feeling you're sort of overcooking the pudding, to be honest with you. Acceleration, yeah. And then you've basically got this, the the universal slot. Reinforced wheels. Okay? Reinforced wheels. Every single time. You need to keep it going. However, I just want to show you something, have I? Look at the prices of these. Now, I'm doing this review during Armoured Warfare's Tier 10 discount thing, second part of it. So, for a Mark 1 reinforced wheels, 2,007,806 credits. The Mark 4 is 4 million. Sorry, Mark 3. The Mark 3 is 4 million. It's just, it's madness, frankly. Utter madness. I like what they've done, however, telling you where you can get the various things. For example, I can't move the cursor here, but look at the screen at the bottom of that. The Mark 2 you get from the Type 69 to the Mark 3 you get to Type 92. And I like the Zang tree anyway, they're good. So there we are, we've got that. Let's have a little look at a bit more detail. So, the history of the Leopard 2A7. I'm not entirely certain I'm going to go into all that, and here's why. Quite frankly, I've got a lot of reviews to do, and if I start telling you all about the Leopard line now, then, well, in fairness, where does that leave me a little bit later on? So let's just look at the Leopard 2A7 for the moment. It's a main battle tank, and it's developed by the German Krauss Maffei Wegmann in cooperation with the German Army. I don't know if I said that right. It is a proposed upgrade package for existing main battle tanks. It was first revealed in 2010. It's a further development of the Leopard 2A6 main battle tank. It includes some subsystems of the Leopard 2 Peace Support Operation variant. The Leopard 2A7 is intended for urban warfare, low-intensity conflicts as well as conventional military operations. Currently, it is one of the best main battle tanks in the world. I can attest to that. I mean, I've driven everything in the world ever. The German Army plans to upgrade about 50 to 150 Leopard 2 tanks to the 2A7 standard. The German Army ordered a first batch of 20. This batch was upgraded from the Leopard 2A6. The first Leopard 2A7 tanks were delivered to the German Army in 2014. By the way, if you're wondering where I'm getting this from, this is from www.military-today.com. I thought it might be a bit better than Wiki, quite frankly, after checking it out. Anyway, it also received orders from export companies. In 2011, Germany agreed to sell more than 200 of them to Saudi Arabia. In 2013, Qatar ordered 62. The Leopard 2A7, it's a modular upgrade package, so the Leopard 2 tanks can be upgraded to the standard. Combat systems can be optimized depending on customer requirements. You know, electric windows, Bluetooth, that sort of thing. Protection of the tank was further improved. The Leopard 2A7 is fitted with additional passive armor. It offers 360-degree protection against RPG rounds. New side skirts were fitted. Protection of the hull floor was also increased to withstand IEDs and landmines. IEDs, improvised explosive devices. This MBT has a modular armor, so damaged modules can easily be replaced in field conditions. It's armed with the Rheinmetall 120mm/L55 smoothbore gun. The same gun is used on the Leopard 2A6. It has better firing accuracy and longer range compared with previous Leopard 2 tanks. The gun is loaded manually and is compatible with all standard NATO ammunition, as well as newly developed programmable high-explosive munitions. It's interesting, programmable. These programmable rounds enable to engage targets behind cover and within buildings. Oh my god, they go round corners! That's impossible! These metal purpose rounds can also be used against enemy troops, armoured vehicles and low-flying helicopters. This is getting silly. A total of 42 rounds are carried inside the tank. 15 rounds are stored in the turret bustle and are ready to use. Remaining rounds are stored inside the hull. Now, secondary arm, we don't really go for that, but there's a 12.7mm machine gun. It's mounted in a remotely controlled weapon station on top of the roof. There's also a coaxial 7.62mm machine gun. It's got a front and rear thermal image system for the driver. Commander and gunner have additional cameras for long-range surveillance. Vehicle also carries advanced command and control equipment and is fitted with battlefield management systems. So they've got Command and Conquer installed, basically. It's operated by a crew of 4, including commander, gunner, loader, and driver. It retains the edge on its predecessor. It's powered by, the engine of its predecessor. I'll say that entire thing again. I screwed that up, didn't I? I'm not going to edit it. I don't do editing. Okay, it retains the engine of its predecessor. It's powered by an MTU MB837 KA501 turbocharged diesel. Why didn't I just say it goes brum? Dear God. It develops 1,500 horsepower. It's also fitted with the Steyr auxiliary power unit, which powers all systems when the main engine is turned off. Despite increase in weight, it's got increased mobility due to improved suspension components. Cross-country performance is similar to that of the 2A5 and 2A6. It can be fitted with a front-mounted dozer blade for self-entrenching and clearing obstacles. Mine plows or mine rollers can also be attached. Now then, saying that, you've got to remember that we're playing this game in the space year 2030. So whilst it should have the 120mm L55 Rheinmetall gun, you can upgrade it to the experimental 140mm cannon that was intended to replace it. So that's your basic history. Let's see how this thing plays, shall we? Okay, so here we go. It's Starry Night. Starry, starry night. I've got to stop doing that. I've also got to stop showing you this particular thing. So, the Leopard 2A7-140.
They will probably burn the farms to the ground if they coming in their way. Looks like the lions have prepared.
Apparently they're going to eat the villagers or something. Do I make that joke every single time I do this replay? Okay, so straight away keeping that front in. 527 hit. Nice hit. Yeah, you can shoot me all you like at the front, but not much is going to happen. Go on, keep shooting. I'll just keep clobbering you back. It's a good looking tank as well, in all fairness. As far as tanks go in the good looking stakes. Now here I go, trying my very best to get through. Am I going to shoot? Ooh, I shoot. Look at that. I am so touching myself tonight. As Ryan Reynolds might say, bye Leo 2A6. Do I feel bad about that? I don't know. Squeeze through. Go for the Terminator 1. Well, the Tier 8 one anyway. The reload on this isn't too bad. It's certainly doable. You think of some of the reload times that you get on some things. The Starship, for example. All right, the Starship is a howitzer, but still. Oh, God, look what's there. I didn't actually see that. I was so busy concentrating on the 2A6 ahead that I didn't see that one. Can you see? This isn't a very good example of it, but showing just how well this thing turns. Climb over this and, oh God almighty, can't do a damn thing right, can I? Mine, 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 mine. Ah. Will I get it? Won't I get it? Will I get it? Won't I get it? 44 points.
They're targeting the central farms just as I suspected.
Okay, here we go. This is where it really does start to get a little bit tricky. It does fly through the air with the greatest of ease, doesn't it? Okay, and now we wait. Yes, yes, quite so. That Draco, that B1 Draco we've got on the team, is doing a good job. Like I've said before, there are two sorts of people who play Starry Night. One is the sort of person who has watched Jingles how to play Starry Night, and one is the sort of person who hasn't. Or fuckwit, as I like to call them. Okay, so then 1A2 Abrams. 720 points taken off it. My cover in the farmhouse has sort of gone, and I'm a little bit concerned about my side armour, if I'm honest with you. Something's firing over there. Jacko's going to go and have a little look. We keep going for that Abrams. It's important. It's on fire. I've set it ablaze. Oh! Oh, well, that was unfortunate, wasn't it? As you can see, I've taken a little bit of damage, but not much. Bang. Bye-bye. Now we just sit here for a little bit, see what comes to us. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, there's a stingray over there. Can I shoot it? What the hell is that? Alright, watch out, you dozy old bat. There's stuff up there at 1 o'clock.
I'll be sure to add a bonus to your paycheck.
He keeps saying he's going to add a bonus to the paycheck, but I've never seen it, quite frankly. Alright, he hands us out cake every now and again, but... Ah, missed me. Come on. Come on, you can do this. Do you know, I'm doing this on a beautifully warm Tuesday evening. I should be sat in the garden with the dog. Ah, well. If you want something to succeed, you've got to work at it. Right, what's going on? Looking at the time left, to be honest with you, we can move. It should be easy enough to start moving over there. Bang! Had a clear shot. Now, this is where we start coming into trouble. We have to start pixel hunting. It's going to be interesting to see what Armoured Warfare do about that, if I'm honest with you. Because you can't make it too easy, but at the same time, at the moment, it is tricky. Especially if you're firing an autocannon. Yeah, 1 in 3, 1 in 4. Shots hit. Squish the pumpkins! Bye-bye, pumpkins! There'll be an insurance claim for that, you watch. Beautifully smooth, as you can see, going over the ground. And now let's defend that last point. I got to the point now, if I'm in a light vehicle, I will go over to round about H or G and light up stuff from behind them. Aside from that, I've started to go mainly to up here with the M1A2, round about here. Now, I was being shot in the side there. Not too worried about that M1A2 at the moment, but... Ow! That's because I've turned my arse, you see. Into the milky water. Sorry. At the moment, I've still got the graphics settings turned down so I can Twitch stream properly. Go on, go on, go on. Yes, 721. Do you see the turn then? It just swivels on a sixpence. It's amazing. It really is. Yes, shoot the building. Why don't you, you dopey old bat? Okay, good. The manoeuvrability of this thing is amazing. It really is. Is it my favourite tier 10? I don't think I've played it enough to be able to say. But it's going to be a toss-up between this and the PL01. Yeah, I love my Challengers. But the thing about the Challengers is you're playing the same tank over and over again, just at a higher tier. And they're solid, they're steady, you know what to expect from them. This, however, this gives you a bit of a challenge, no pun intended. Keeping that frontal armour, plus you've got the manoeuvrability. So it's a different style of gameplay. Just that little bit more immersive than being the tank, like you would be in any other MMO where you just sit there, take the hits and deal out a bit of damage. You know, look at me, hit me, don't hit the others whilst they hurt you. And this thing is one of the others, quite frankly. It's going to do the hurting. I feel I should put some music on this, but I'm not going to. Come on. 140mm gun. Whether it's accurate or whether I'm crap, I'm not sure. It's possibly a mixture of both there. I don't think they actually ever fitted the 140mm gun, if I'm honest with you. I seem to remember Jingle saying something about it in his overview of the tier 10s. I can't remember. I don't know. So, there we go. That, my dears, is the Leopard 2A7. My second proper review. Wow. I'm almost a grown-up YouTuber. Sorry. Okay, is it a good tank? Should you go for the Leopard? You see, this is where I differ from some people. Some people will sit here. There we go. Some people will sit here and they'll just start going on and on and on about numbers. And numbers are important, yes. But you're playing a game. And frankly, my main consideration is this. Is it fun? And the Leopard 2A7 is fun. There's no two ways about it. It is a fun tank to play. Should you get this one? Yes. Yes, you should. You should also get the PL01 and the Challenger 2. But it might be different for you. You might like to play things differently. I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see. But I hope you enjoyed that. I hope I've sold you on the idea of this one. Because it's a giggle. It is. It's manoeuvrable. It's quite nippy for a main battle tank up to its point. It's got a good gun. And it's got that, like I say, the manoeuvrability to enable you to keep that frontal armour towards the enemy, which is important. But it just adds that extra level of gameplay, which it's nice to have, quite frankly. Alright then, that is the Leopard 2A7. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you do, like, subscribe, send me your replays to bladeflashing@gmail.com. And don't forget, I Twitch stream every evening at twitch.tv/McFadden. Okay, folks, thank you very much. See you soon. Toodles.